What is up? What is up, man? We back, black in the building. Y'all know I'm about to hit y'all niggas with it. You know I'm about to hit y'all niggas with it. Did Jesus come back today? Oh, damn, man. Ah, damn. Y'all been hooping and hollering and speaking in tongues and that's bullshit. We talk about it every week. But for some sort of reason, the system of racism and white supremacy is still in existence and still going. And we ain't replaced that system, but a nigga argue down about it. Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior? Get the fuck out of here. No, nigga. Have you? Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. If you are there or just leaving, man, go get you some rest and chop it up. Relax, chop it up to the game. Shout out to everybody out there that is handling business and doing what they need to do. You know, we got a lot of begging ass niggas out here. Niggas out here just want to wait and see what the fuck the next nigga's doing and then mooch off them. A lot of hanger-oners. I don't like none of that shit. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to everybody out there that is trying to replace the system in their own way. You ain't got to be out there on no fight. Well, you right. That bullshit. As long as you doing it within yourself and supporting black businesses and handling business, that's the only thing you can say. Shout out to all you black Christians out there that's teaching Sunday school right now. I know it's a nigga at Sunday school right now. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. Looking ass, fuck out of here. But the nigga can't tell you nothing about King Mansa Musa. Can't tell you nothing about Dr. Claude Anderson, but want to tell you about the Bible. Get the fuck out of here. That was written by somebody else that you don't know. But then when you talk about racism, white supremacy, oh man, that's too divisive, man. Get the fuck out of here. Shout out to all my people that's out there, man. I want to send a shout out to Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, Tamisha, 066, Screwhead, and my brother No Compromise. Man, we gotta get this Twitter space together, man. If y'all got Twitter, let me know. My Twitter is I'm not the one at Twitter. I think I'm gonna put it in the chat. And shout out to everybody out there, Philly in the building, Erica in the building. I ain't even looked at the chat. Hold on. Look, I'm just rambling and shit. Hey, what's going on, sis? Hey, man, we got it. Hey, you got Twitter? Cause I gotta give you my Twitter, man. We gotta do a Twitter space. And look, this is my goal. I want to do a Twitter space and upload the Twitter space onto the YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? And we can have these real conversations and shit. I'll be jumping into some of them. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas in them Twitter spaces, they too much power for their ass. You know, it's like, damn, nigga, I guess you only got 5 people in the room. You want to have all these rules and regulations? But anyway, it don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck. But shout out to the homegirl, Erica. If you got Twitter, let me know, man. Email me your Twitter. I'm going to email it to you so we can have a Twitter space. I know you on the down south. You know what I'm saying? I have one. You got to get another one, man, so we can do Twitter space. And then we can record that shit and upload it sometime. You know what I'm saying? So we can get other people's perspective on our foundational black American history, lineage, and what they're trying to do to keep the benign neglect going when it comes to us. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the token Negroes. We're gonna talk about how we need to work together. I'm talking about FBA and how we need to stop allowing every other racial group to benefit off of who the fuck we are. Let's get into it. Man. Yeah, man. We gotta get this Twitter thing going, man. I be on there, man. There's some brothers on there that have some good Twitter spaces, man. Like good Twitter spaces, and they cool. They let you talk. I'm trying to get one cracking with my brother No Compromise, but he East Coast, so I know that time difference is a motherfucker. It's 4 o'clock my time. It's 7:30. 7:30 my time. It's 11 where he at. So it's like, you know what I mean? I just gotta catch him so we can start doing it. You know what I mean? Because that's like the new wave Twitter space. I like Twitter space a little bit more than the Clubhouse thing. But I like Twitter space, man. It's just more futuristic, and I like the way it is. But we got to have these conversations. I just want these conversations to be on Twitter. You know what I mean? As well. And I can, record them, screen record them, and upload them to my podcast or whatever. But I see they got the, what's her name? Ketanji Brown Jackson. Is she FBA or non-FBA probably? Joe Biden and them think they slick. They just trying to get any token Negro in there. So because they know 2022, nigga, midterm elections is coming up and these Republicans is taking these seats back. So they trying to pander to black people. Man, fuck Joe Biden. I remember I was listening to Tariq Nasheed and some nigga called up talking about, well, why you don't like Biden? You know, he better than Trump. Trump racist. Well, they're both racist. You know, Tariq was like, well, they're both racist. He's like, yeah, but you know, Biden did more for black people. No, he has not. Name one thing that he's done for black people. Yeah, but he's just not racist though. It's like, damn, these niggas, and these niggas be old too that be having that mentality. That's what be tripping me out. It's like, these are not young people. These niggas are 40 and 50 years old talking about Trump racist though. Man, Trump ain't never gave a fuck about no niggas. That's what rappers get for trying to be all clicked in with Trump. And I'm trying to get this Donald Trump money and all this other shit thinking that Trump is their friend. And then when Trump came out, I was like, well, fuck y'all niggas too. Now everybody mad and want to say he racist. That nigga been on some anti-black racism. That nigga ain't never been for no black folk. What is that? Why does that surprise y'all? The difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is this. Donald Trump did not invent and become the architect behind the 94 crime bill. That put over 500,000 black folk in prison and giving people mandatory minimums and then turn around and say, well, y'all wanted it. So, no. And then got on the goddamn House floor and said, well, why should I pay for what my ancestors did? So, basically, fuck y'all niggas. That ain't my fault. So, what does that tell you? But motherfuckers love a hero. Joe Finley, he owes US a coconut. Exactly. That's why the motherfucker probably, because I don't think that lady is FBA. I'm going to look this lady up, but, you know, they not really getting into her. Let's see, Jackson was once Breyer's clerk, and he had, okay, let's see. Where the fuck is this bitch from? Nominating a black woman. No black woman has ever served on the court. All she gonna do is be another goddamn Clarence Thomas who don't give a fuck about no niggas. Man, y'all motherfuckers be thinking that these people are for us. These people are not for us, man. Let me see if they got any articles or something on it. But I don't think she FBA, because I'm about to look this bitch up right now. I bet you she ain't. She probably a Sambo mammy motherfucker who they picked on purpose, just like Kamami Harris. These motherfuckers be playing games, and everybody be thinking that these people are for us, and they not for us. It's just like on the court plantation. When you see a black person at the court plantation, don't just assume that they your friends. They adhere to the system of racism and white supremacy. If anything, they trying to maintain it because they want to live good in it. That's a fact. If a motherfucker getting paid a good, decent wage, they just want to maintain it. Stop wanting, every time you see a black person in a position of power thinking that they your friend and they going to have your best interest. These motherfuckers ain't got nobody's best interest but their own. And they want to maintain the system. And motherfuckers be mad when they really find out the truth. Not me. Why you don't be mad, Warren? Because I've been around the court plantation long enough to know that these people don't give a fuck about you like that. Motherfuckers be thinking that you see a black person in a position of fake power at the court plantation that they're going to wield that power and use it for good for other black people. No. They're going to go harder on you to dog whistle to the white society, the dominant society that, hey, you know, I know how to keep these niggas in line. That's why, I'd just rather have a white motherfucking supervisor or a person in a situation. Is she married to a zaddy? Yeah. And see, here's the thing, man. Do y'all notice that? You know what I mean? They married to these white men. Y'all notice that shit? I was watching this thing on about Bubba Wallace, the mixed kid or whatever, and his dad is white, because I was like, his dad must be white. You know what I'm saying? And then the dad, they just show pictures of the dad, and the dad and the mom is having an ugly divorce, but he got into some fist fights with his dad. I'm thinking because the dad started calling his mom all kinds of niggas and shit. I'm just speculating. But my thing is this. Bubba Wallace, when they, I guess, found a noose in his locker, he called his dad. His dad said, you got a gun? Well, you better go get one. Why do you think you're white? This is the problem that I have. Us. I'm not talking about every other racial group. When y'all start having kids outside of your own racial group, and you, not the racial group, if you have kids with an Asian woman, or you have kids with a white woman, you have kids with a Latino woman, it is not the Latino, the Asian, white person's responsibility to educate that black child on racism, white supremacy. That is your job, because you are black, and they don't give a fuck for the most part. For the most part, they don't even see it that way. So it's like why do we, that's why I was looking at the black mom, like, you wasn't educating him? Then this bitch on there talking about, oh yeah, that was the first time he had heard the N-word. And I'm thinking like, well, bitch, you a black bitch. You don't, man, stop. Like, oh my God, man, what the fuck, man? Damn. He is wanting more black Americans to come out to the race. Oh, you talking about Joe Biden? Are you talking about Bubba Wallace with that motherfucking NASCAR shit? And I just was like looking like, man, Erica, I was just like, but that is your job to educate him. That's not that white man's job. How's that white man gonna educate him? The only thing that white man gonna do is act like racism don't exist because he's white. That's what most other racial groups do, unless they're really in tune with black society, and then they gonna be not playing that bullshit, and they gonna be jumping all down everybody's throat, and then they gonna be educating their kid. That's racist, and you can't be racist because you black. They put the news in his locker because he was trying to ban the Confederate flag, waving at racing. Anyways, back to your topic. Yeah. No, you're right. And that's why I was just looking, and then you got this Tangi, or whatever the fuck her name is, and of course, they had pictures of her with some white man. I'm like, here we go with this shit. It's like, y'all purposely finding these people with white people that they marry with, and I don't give a fuck about who they marry, but it's like, we got another commandment. We don't got no motherfucker. And you notice all the real black Democrats that's married to black people, they don't even really fuck with them. Like Keisha LaMamie Bottoms, you notice you don't even hear from her. They don't even talk about her no more. They didn't give her no high position. What's her name? The Pine Sol lady, Stacey Abrams. They don't really talk about that bitch either. They don't talk about none of those people anymore. And that's why I'm just like, they keep picking these token mammies and token Negroes. Like, this has got to be a mammy. And that's why I'm about to look her up. I wonder if she's foundational, because I don't believe that she is. I just really don't believe that. I don't believe that she's foundational at all. I don't believe that she's foundational, and I believe she's not FBA, and I think she's put there on purpose. I think what's his name, Joe 94 Crime Bill Biden. Yeah, I'm about to look this. What's her name? There you go. Let's see exactly who we dealing with. Yeah. Let's see where she's from. Yeah. Let's see. Continue. Where is she from? It says Washington, D.C., but I don't know. Let's see. What nationality? Yeah, what nationality is? Attorney. They said an American attorney. Yeah. I want to know. I'm like Joe. I want to know who the fuck is this lady? Because they don't just randomly pick. So they vetted this broad out. Let's see. Attorney just served as federal judge. Okay, appeals. All right. Let's see. They said she's from Washington, D.C. What are her parents, though? Is she an anchor baby? What are her parents? Yeah. Oh, let's see. I'm looking. Okay. Served as a school. Her father, Johnny Brown, was a lawyer who ultimately became the chief attorney of the Miami-Dade County School Board. Her mother, Ellery, served as a school board. Okay. Let's see. And if she's FBA, that doesn't mean that she's not a mammy. Yeah, that doesn't mean that she's not a mammy. Yeah, they're not really talking about it. I think she's a mammy. And the reason why is because they don't pick motherfuckers that ain't. She back writing her books. Oh, Stacey Abrams. Yeah, the Pine Sol lady. Man, fuck that bitch too. These motherfuckers will rally the troops to get us to vote for these white people. And look, in that book, The Negro Project by Margaret Sanger, it's about Margaret Sanger, right? And this bitch basically was going to all the black prominent leaders to get them to coerce other black people to get sterilized. The bitch, look, and she got prominent black leaders. Like, what's her name? Mary Bethune-McLeod Bethune from Bethune-Cookman University. You know what I'm talking about, Erica. She was one of the main ones co-signing that goddamn Margaret Sanger bullshit. Then she got prominent motherfuckers to co-sign that shit. But there were certain people that wasn't fucking with her like, nah, this bitch is crazy. Like a lot of black people wasn't fucking with her. But I just remember Mary McLeod Bethune was like a major supporter of her. And I'm like, well, why would you be supporting a bitch that's telling motherfuckers to sterilize themselves? And we were like weeds that need to be exterminated. So this is what the dominant society is known to have done back in the day. This is what they've been doing. Oh, well, let's just get other niggas to go along with what we go along with, and then they'll convince the masses. We don't have to convince them because they already have one eye open on us. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got to look at that shit, man. Correct. They make deals with the devil. Exactly. That's why, look, when you see somebody on TV talking, don't look. You research their background, go ahead. But just listen to what they're saying and listen to their talking points. You don't have to go digging up. I just want to know where she was from. I'm like, okay, all right, you said you're from DC, but that does not necessarily mean you're not a part of the system of racism and white supremacy. You know what I mean? You probably want to be a part of that system too. Because why would they pick you? Because the United States of America Incorporated and the people that are in charge and have the power to make these decisions, they're not picking nobody that's for their people. They're picking people that are bipartisan for everyone. That's why every time you get a president, they like, when it's like Obama, I got to be the president for all people. Well, what about black folk? Because Obama had no ties to black people. That's why. And that's why when you look at, I just remember in that book, Margaret Sanger was a cold bitch. She was writing letters to everybody. I think she even spoke with Procter and Gamble about that shit too. They might be in that book. I don't know, because I ain't read that book in about 4 or 5 years, but they might be in that book. Procter and Gamble. It's a whole bunch of people she was writing letters to, telling them like, hey, we just need to do Planned Parenthood and sterilize them because, you know, they're like weeds. They need to be exterminated. Let's get the preachers on board. Let's get the preachers and all the prominent black people on board to you know, and use our talking points because basically the Negro is going to listen to other Negroes. Just like I'm reading this book, it's called Kidnapped or whatever. And it's about, I forgot this, his name is Cornelius. I forgot his last name, I'm blanking. But it's a dude in there, I think his name is John Power. I forgot his name is John. I forgot his last name. This nigga is the main nigga kidnapping the black kids. He a nigga. Just like when I was reading A Price for a Pound of Flesh, they was getting black people to steal bodies from the graveyard, and they was paying black people, and black people was doing that shit. So now I'm reading this book, and it was a black motherfucker running around kidnapping black people and selling them into slavery. It's like, when are we gonna stop this shit, man? And this was in the 1800s. So it's the same shit that go on to this day. That's why I'm looking at everybody's situation like, man, stay in your lane, focus on you, stop worrying about what the fuck everybody else got going on. And before you try to do for anybody else, you need to do for yourself. If somebody's doing shit that's nice for them, don't be mad at them and don't be talking this, man, they could have gave me. I don't like that mentality. No, go get it for yourself. Damn, man. We have to be self-reliant. If you want something nice, go do it. You done invested in stock and did what you wanted to do, and now you want to do something nice for yourself? I had to learn that. Then do it. What you waiting on everybody else for? And don't wait on what somebody else is doing for you to do something nice for yourself. Just go do it. Time is short, and you don't have time to be living your life according to other people's principles. No, you got to do to what you want to do. You got to understand what the fuck it is. So many of us in this United States of America Incorporated, we're so worried about what the fuck everybody else is doing. We can tell you the stats. We can tell you what they got going on. We can tell you all this other shit. But then when it's like, okay, but what you doing? Oh, shit, I'm just maintaining. Nah, nigga. That's why my circle is tight. I don't have a whole lot of people around me because I don't have time to worry about other people. I can only worry about myself. Shout out to my nigga Dom, too. I got to get over my nigga Dom. But I'm just saying, man, like, we have to have that mentality, and it starts with us. We can't be worried about everybody else. I think a lot of us, we want to party and bullshit. Some of us don't. Some of us want to go to work and handle business. But those people that's handling business and going to work, don't be mad at them when they have the luxuries of doing the things that they want to do, and you can't. Sometimes we have to understand that. You know what I mean? And we have to understand this too. Our lane is our lane that's designed for us. The divine creator designed this lane for us, and you got to walk that path, not nobody else. And we got to start listening. And then the people that don't want to listen, don't force them to listen. Move on. There's other people that will listen to you with no problem. But you can't allow yourself, and when I mean yourself, you can't allow yourself to get caught up in what the fuck everybody else got going on while your shit is in disarray. No. Take control of your lane, walk it, and enjoy your life and do what you want to do and what's best for you. Don't do what's best for everybody else. You're going to be mad when you do what's best for everybody else, and everybody else be like, well, I didn't tell you to do that shit. So it's like, nah, do what's best for you and enjoy what you want to enjoy. You want to buy you a little bit of material, go buy that shit. Invest in yourself. If you want to go do that shit. Don't allow people to make decisions for you. Make your own decisions. And let me tell you, you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, whatever, that's your private, business, whatever. But I'm just saying, for all that's in relationships, or not just relationships, fuck all the relationship shit. Don't be going to people and asking them advice and they ain't got shit going on. That's the blind leading the blind. Sit down with somebody that has their shit tight, or have it kind of together in a situation where when you go to them, they're going to give you a valid, honest opinion. They're not just going to be rambling and babbling and sending you into a space of oblivion, and now you're more fucked up than when you came to that motherfucker. Because everybody think that they got great advice, but some people, all they're doing is unloading their dirty laundry on you instead of giving you really fundamentally sound advice. That's why I don't go to everybody, because everybody can't give fundamentally sound advice. And the last thing I'm going to say is stop trying to be a manager and tell everybody else what to do, and your shit ain't in order. Just handle your stuff. And that's it. I learned this. If you talk to a person, they can tell, well, this person needs to be doing that, and this person needs to be doing that. You look at them, and they ain't really got it together. Then that should tell you a whole lot about what the fuck, who you dealing with. And when a person shows you who they are, believe them. And don't get mad. Just move the fuck on. You can be mad at, damn, they got me. So you can be mad at that, but you know what? Don't let them get you again. Love, live life. You already know who it is. You know what it ain't. And if a motherfucker talking about, man, that Supreme Court nominee, man, she gonna be good. That's a mammy bitch, and I don't care what y'all say, and it's gonna come out she a mammy bitch by what she says and what she does. And I don't give a fuck who she married to. She's still a mammy. Motherfuckers act like because you married to a black person that you can't be a mammy coon. Like, man, them the worst ones. Shit. Because they will cloak themselves as all for my people, and they get behind closed doors, and they throwing niggas under the bus left and right. You know what it is, you know what it ain't, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Erica, No Compromise. Shawnee, Tasha, you already know what it is. You know what it ain't. Hey, if a motherfucker up here talking about, hey, man, but I think Biden gonna do something for us. Guilty, nigga. I don't fuck with you. I'm out. Peace.